Hi friends, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be doing a couple little refreshes around the house, inside and out. I'm giving my back door a little bit of a makeover. I'm painting it and adding a super cute window treatment. I'm also going to share a couple new things that I've got going on outside, and I'm making a really fun DIY for my umbrella. So stay tuned and sit back, relax, and I hope you guys all enjoy. Since I am starting today's video outside, I want to quickly share this super cool pool cleaner with you guys. So I'm going to go over this super quickly, but I really want to share some of my favorite things about this WYBOT M1 Ultra pool cleaner. Once you download the app, you can customize it to fit your pool exactly down to the schedule. One of my favorite things about this pool cleaner is that you can charge it just by the sun. It has a solar panel that floats on top of the water and it fully recharges the battery. The WYBOT also has different cleaning modes, from walls to waterline to bottom of the pool, or if you want to do a full pool cleaning, you can go ahead and schedule for that as well. Another one of the features that I really love about this WYBOT pool cleaner is how easy it is to clean. So here you can see the net that has caught all of the debris and leaves and dirt from the bottom of my pool. You just pop the back open, you easily remove it, you dump out the debris, rinse it clean, and pop it back in. So easy. Once you securely close the back, you drop it into your pool, and then you head over to your little solar panel battery that floats on top of the water. You're going to want to push that power button, and everything from your app can be controlled from there. And don't forget to drop that little power source in the water as well. And you are good to go. And this wonderful pool cleaner does all the work for you. If you have a pool, you are absolutely going to want one of these pool cleaners. Check out the link located in my description box and get started with one of your own today. I've really been wanting to make one of those umbrella stands that you're seeing all over the place that people are doing with those pretty urns. Well, I have this planter and it doesn't have any drainage holes, and every time I put something in here, it just does not work. I've tried rocks at the bottom and all that stuff, and I really didn't want to drill holes. So I decided to turn this into one of those super cute umbrella stands. So you're going to want to go to Home Depot or Lowe's, whichever you choose, and pick out a PVC pipe and some concrete mix. So the PVC pipe that I ended up getting was black, and you're going to want to tape up the bottom before you put this in your urn. This one is a little large. I wanted to make sure it was going to fit. Honestly, I would go with a smaller one than this. And you just pour your concrete mix in, and then you add water. You mix it up really well. I let mine set overnight because I just wanted to make sure it was good and dry. This project is also way easier if you have an extra person helping you. I couldn't lift the bag of the concrete mix, so I did have my husband help me with that. And then he ended up mixing most of it for me as well, because it was just kind of hard to do. So here it is the next day, and it is 100% completely dry. So now I'm going to get with the pretty part of this, and I'm going to add some soil and put some pretty flowers in here just to make it look a little extra nice. So instead of rocks, I broke up a terracotta pot that I wasn't using anymore and just added those pieces in there just to kind of give it a little bit of drainage. And then I'm adding some potting soil and then some pretty flowers. Once I had my umbrella in here, I absolutely loved it. One thing I would like to change is cutting that pipe all the way down to where you can't really see it sticking out of the pot. My husband disagreed, but I can promise you that I will eventually end up cutting that thing down regardless, with or without him, because it's starting to bug me just a little bit. But that is one thing to keep in mind. You might want to cut it down before you add that potting soil and those flowers, but I love how it turned out. I've been doing a little bit of refreshing out here since the weather's been warming up. Some of you know that I had some fake florals in some planters that I had over here. I recently found these at Big Lots and I love them. I think I got both of them for $35. I will link them if I can find them, so check out my description box. And then over here, this is where I did have my umbrella, and the wind knocked it over and broke everything, and it was just a mess. So I'm going to use a citronella candle to cover up this hole, and that candle I found at Kirkland's. If you watched one of my videos the other day, I found that at Kirkland's, and it actually smells really, really good. Another way that I'm refreshing my backyard is cleaning out this fountain and getting it started again. I missed the clip of it actually going and looking really pretty. I apologize for that, but I just cleaned this out, added water, and got it going again. And it's just so nice to have in the backyard when I'm sitting out here, and it's just very enjoyable to have a water fountain. Now we're gonna head on inside, and I've been wanting to paint my back door for months now. So today I've decided to just go ahead and do it, and I went with a brown color. I was originally wanting to paint this black, but I decided to go with this color. It's called Pure Earth, and I'm not sure if I'm loving it just yet. It might be a little too dark for me, but right now it's a beautiful refresh, and I'm just gonna go with it. And the first thing I did was just taped off my little lock and my handle, and I did tape off around that window frame, but I decided to go ahead and paint that. So I do take that off and paint that, and I will share that with you in just a few minutes. When painting, you're always going to want to use a brush and paint the trim first. Trust me, it makes everything so much easier. So now that I have everything trimmed out, I am going to take a smooth finish roller and roll away. And I really loved this paint, and I only needed to use one coat. If you are new to my channel, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. I am so happy to have you here, and I really hope that you do consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure that you hit that notification bell as well, so you are notified each and every time I upload a brand new video. Now that this door is all painted, I really wanted to add a window treatment, and I wanted it to be something that kind of goes with my style. So I thought I would add a blue and white French style ticking fabric, and I'm gonna make this super simple, and I'm gonna go through the steps with you. So this is the fabric that I'm going to use, and I love that it's ticking. It goes perfectly with that French country look, and it will look really pretty with the toile valance that I have in my kitchen. There's the toile valance that I have if you haven't seen it already, but I think it's really pretty, and I'm really loving the blue. So this is a cream and blue, or cream and denim, I would say that color is. So I'm going to go with this one, and I love that the length or the width is really wide. That way I don't have to sew any pieces together or anything like that. So I'm going to just cut this out. I'm going to measure my window, cut it to fit. I'm going to add a couple more inches to the length for some seam allowance and a little bit of a ruffle. And then for the ruffle, how I gather my ruffles, well, for this curtain, I'm going to be using this cording, and it's like a 2 corded tape. This is what the packaging looks like. I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby a while ago, and I love using this for valances, like balloon valances, and any type of a valance that I want to add like a really pretty gather to it. So I'm going to sew this to the top and the bottom of my curtain for my door, and I will show you how I do that. And then I'm going to take both of these cords and pull them tight, and I'm going to make sure that I sew the end closed, because I've done that before and it's not fun because then the whole cord comes out. So I'm just going to put this together, show you how I do it really quickly. I do recommend taking an iron and just kind of ironing these nice and flat so you don't have to worry about them being uneven. But I really didn't have a lot of time on my hands, so I just went with it, and that's just what I do when I sew. I don't always follow the rules. I know there's going to be somebody out there that does constantly, like my mother, because she's an amazing seamstress, but she would be telling me right now, you should be ironing those. I didn't, and it was just fine, but I took a straight stitch and just stitched around the entire piece of fabric. Now I'm going to take my cording that's going to create my beautiful gather, and I'm going to fold the top and the bottom over, and I'm going to do the same thing on both ends. So I'm going to fold it over just a little bit so I have a little bit of a ruffle, and then I'm going to place my cording on there. And again, it would probably be wise if you pinned this, but like I said, I did not have a lot of time, and this is how I roll when I don't have a lot of time, and it worked out just perfectly. Okay, so this is the side that I sewed up. You're going to want to sew up one side to keep the entire cord from coming through. I've done that before and it wasn't fun. So for this side, you're going to find the cording and just pull it out. You can do both or you can do one. I'm going to see how it looks with one first. And then you just gather. See how easy that is? This is what it looks like on the other side. See how cute that is? Super easy gather. And you just pull and pull and pull until you get the right size that you want for your window treatment. So what I do is I just tie this when I'm finished and then cut the extra off. And this is what my gather looks like. I'm just going to take the end and just give it a good tie. Just make a really good knot right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cut that extra off. So this is what the gather looks like. Ooh, I'm getting excited already. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that on the opposite side. Okay, so I ended up using hot glue and it worked out perfectly. And I love this tiny little poof at the bottom. I think that's adorable. Yeah, so got a little tiny ruffle at the bottom and then at the top here. I absolutely love it. So I ended up cutting this video down and I used so many different methods on how I was going to place this over my window. I had command hooks and I was going to use Velcro and double-sided tape, all this stuff, but I decided to cut that out because that was just nonsense in the video. And I did end up using my hot glue gun and just gluing the top and the bottom, and it just worked out absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to end this video here, and I just kind of wanted to give you an overview of my kitchen and a little bit of my living room. My last video, I redid this space with blue and I love it so much. If you haven't checked out that video, go ahead and check it out. You're probably gonna like it if you like this type of style, but I had a lot of fun with it and I'm really loving it. I'm thinking about adding some blue to the bedroom, maybe in some other spaces of my home. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that video, but thanks again for watching, and make sure that you hit that like button, comment down below, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys all have the most amazing day. Thanks. Bye.